You're looking very svelte today, Lynch. For a Monday.
Yes, I am, aren't I? Ken thought so too, didn't you, Ken?
Did I?
Oh, weren't it you what said he thought I looked like the winning entry from the Southport Flower Show?
Ah, that'd be Joe Hargreaves, him that grows the prized cauliflowers.
Do you have to bring him in here with you? Couldn't you leave him in his kennel? There you are, love. By the way, your girlfriend were in at dinner time looking for you.
That's the only girlfriend I've got. Me Nan.
Yeah.
Did she say anything?
Oh.
Mrs. Walker, about last night?
Didn't even speak to me.
You shouldn't have come in, you know. I told you Yang mustn't come in again, not till she apologised.
What? When we Dad buying? No way, man. You know, Dad, you're not as mean as they say you are. Cheers.
Cheers, Brian. Change.
She thinks she's won, you know. That's what she thinks, but she's got another thing coming, I'll tell you.
Yes, dear. I think it's a total victory. He's quite presentably dressed tonight. Just shows you the importance of being firm with these people straight from the start, especially her sort.
You're right, Mrs. Walker, as always.
I do have rather a good track record, don't I?
They're not all dirty.
Hey?
Jokes in here.
Hey, Rita. Well, have you seen Mrs. Walker? Have a gang.
You found a good one, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, I'm just censoring, dear. Have to be so careful what you sell on your premises, you know.
Oh, indeed, yeah. Two-faced hypocrite. She's enjoying it. If they offered to kidnap her, hoping we'd have a whip round for a ransom, but I told them nobody'd even miss her. Yes, Ronald?
It's not me that actually wants your love.
Oh.
2 pints of bitter and a gin and tonic.
Pardon?
You heard, you've not got cloth ears.
You mean you're paying for them?
Of course I am. I'm a man of substance now, you know. I am Mr. Fairclough's right-hand man. Isn't that right, Mr. Fairclough?
Buy us a pint and I'll say yes.
Make that 3 pints of bitter and whatever Mrs. Fairclough's having.
You know something, Eddie?
What?
You're not a bum after all.
You look like a very generous... Pay a ransom for me if somebody kidnapped me.
Yeah, as long as they weren't asking more than £1.
You pig.
Mrs. Walker, thanks very much for letting us sell in your pub.
It's not something I normally do, young man, but it's in a good cause.
Well, thanks again.
Excuse me, have you got a minute, love?
Don't tell me. You're so taken back by our rag mag you want a wardrobe gross to send to your friends. Well, we can supply the brown envelopes.
No. Mind you, it's very good. But I did hear you were looking for somebody to kidnap.
Right. Any ideas?
Yourself, for instance.
Yeah, I've got the van outside if you want it.
Hey.
Sorry.
No. She's the one you want. Very popular lady. You'd get a lot of money for her. Am I right, Len?
Oh, aye, a very popular lady is better.
Don't overdo it.
You know, they might have something there.
You can wipe that leer off your face for a start.
You should stop doing that,
Okay, baby, this is a snatch and you're the body. Hey, hang on a minute. We're students. You know, it's a stunt for Rag Week.
You two were in the pub last night, weren't you?
Yeah, selling rag mags. We did Smashing too, a record, in fact, for a little backstreet pub.
Yeah, and we had this brilliant idea to kidnap you and ask for ransom from customers.
Why me?
Well, you're indispensable, aren't you?
Well, you could.
Yeah, you're a bigger attraction than the beer.
Oh, that's very true.
So, get in the car, please.
What? Just like that?
Yeah, Josie will take you around to her mum's house for a day.
Yeah, but what about all newspaper photographers? Not to mention the TV cameras. And I've not even had my hair done.
But you're only being kidnapped. You're not entering for Miss World, you know.
Lovey, you let me be the best judge of that. As I'm sure you know, all things are relative. Now, you hang about here for 5 minutes.
What do you think?
Ah, what's 5 minutes in our young lives?
You're an early bird.
Yes, I am, aren't I? But unfortunately, I'm not stopping.
Pardon? Got a very fraught day, you know. Elizabeth sick, Fred on some seedy race course or other.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I've got to slip to the vets.
The vets?
Yes. I found this little robin lying flat on its back in my backyard this morning. Oh, it does look poorly. All its legs are stiff. Did you know that the mortality rate's more than 50% amongst robins?
No, I didn't.
Well, it is. So if you can help just one as you pass along, I'll be about an hour.
Oh, you managed to save it.
Me too, Mrs. Walker. Me too. Right, you can drive me back home and we'll have a powwow. Morning, Hilda.
Morning.
Well, gives it a bit of body, don't it? Cheers, love.
Cheers.
Yeah, I can't. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right, let's get down to business. When and how? They're the $64 questions, aren't they?
Yeah, like with almost everything you can think of.
Except with sex. There's also a where to that, which is pretty important.
You two are a bit forward for your ages, aren't you?
We're students.
Of course, you love it. Right. Now, if we're to get maximum impact...
Maximum impact? Have you ever worked for Madison Avenue?
Eh?
Doesn't matter.
Right. We'll decide when for a start.
Oh, now. We kidnap you now, and then we just sit around drinking tea and whiskey and discussing the meaning of life until they pay up. Socrates never had it any better.
Oh, will you shut up? I'm thinking.
Sorry.
Mind blowing, isn't it?
Yeah, the human brain at work.
You'd think there'd be some sort of outward sign, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like the scalp rippling or the nose twitchy.
Middle of the dinner time rush. That's the best time to do it. Definitely.
You want us to kidnap you from the actual pub?
Of course I do. In a blaze of publicity. Dinner time, definitely. And then 10 minutes after I've gone, the place will grind to a shuddering halt. 10 minutes after that, you two get your ransom.
How much do we ask for? 50 quid.
Oh, 20's more realistic.
You'll change your mind when you see me all dolled up, love.
Right, well, that's when decided. How about how?
Well, I'll leave that to you. Just so long as you don't put an empty fertiliser sack over my head, eh?
Love.
It were a tiny miracle, Mrs. Walker. It really were.
I'd no idea they gave birds syrup of figs.
It was only a tiny drop, mind you. But that bird were back on its feet before you could say, cock robin.
Incredible.
I suppose they must get, you know, like we do.
It's all the bread they eat at this time of the year.
Exactly. Mrs. Walker,
Just it.
why are you wearing that expression on your face that says you don't believe a word what I'm saying?
Well, I don't believe every word, Bet. I believe the conjunctions like and but and...
When you're ready, love.
Yes, Len.
2 pints of bitter, please, darling.
Yes, of course. Bet, you heard Len's order?
No, I didn't, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, I'm quite sure you did. Bet will look after you, gentlemen.
Been giving you a hard time, has she?
Don't worry. Revenge is sweeter than wine, as my Auntie Harriet used to say, and she were a dipso.
Hey, who's your friend?
She prefers to remain anonymous.
Hey, what's your new labourer doing with that roll of oilcloth?
Don't ask me, love. I don't know.
Oh.
What are you having?
Well, I'll have a vodka and tonic, because I'm celebrating.
No, it's your birthday, your 30th.
Ah, doesn't he say lovely things? Buy him a drink as well.
A vodka and tonic, please, love, and 2 more pints. What are you celebrating?
Well, Ralph Lancaster asked me if I'd do a favour for him.
What sort of favour?
Now, you see how his voice has altered. I've already mentioned Ralph Lancaster's name.
What sort of favour?
Well, he's got himself landed with a Duff singer this week, and he wants me to take over.
Starting when?
Tonight.
Right, I'll come with you. I could do with a night out.
It were only last night you were saying this is as far as you could go.
I don't go, you don't go.
Hey, you're looking a lot better. Ken, didn't I say he was looking better?
Definitely.
Chop, chop with those drinks, Bet.
All right.
Hey, what you doing? Get your hands off me! Oh!
What on earth's going on?
I think Bet's been kidnapped, Mrs. Walker.
Where's photographers?
Well, there's no photographers.
Why?
They're all too busy photographing the mayoress. She's been kidnapped today as well.
Her? She's not even flaming photogenic. She's got a face like a donkey.
She's worth more than you are.
Okay, baby, get in the car.
All right, don't overdo it. Hiya, Hildy. Sorry to dash off again.
Hey, give that to the Dowager Duchess in there.
Really, Mrs. Ogden, how does a small woman like you manage to transform herself into a battering ram?
Any news about Mrs. Walker?
2 more phone calls, obviously disguised voices, all very childish.
Yeah, well, a lot of these terrorists are students, you know, like that Douglas Bader lot.
The Bader-Meinhof gang, Mrs. Ogden, a German concoction. Mr. Bader is an English gentleman.
Yeah. Still, I wouldn't like to be carried off by them. I mean, it might start off as a prank, but once they've got you on your own, well, it's a temptation, isn't it? You know, to...
I hardly think you need worry in that respect, Mrs. Ogden.
How much have you collected for the ransom, then?
Not very much, I'm afraid.
Pay 20s, 5 cards and pontoons only. Oh, aren't you having some bad luck?
Can't we play something else?
Like...
Scrabble. I've got one in the car.
You keep trying to get me to do something intellectual, don't you? And I keep telling you I'm just a simple little girl. Are you twisting or what?
I'll stick.
Coward. Harvey.
Twist.
You know, I'm beginning to think you're not as indispensable to this pub as you like to think.
You wait till tonight, love. So there's a bit more brass floating about.
I'm tired and I'm hungry.
There's a lot of waiting about to crime, love. Like when you're in prison. Pay 21s, 5 cards and pontoons only. We can always play strip poker.
Knowing my luck, I'll be the only one finished up stripped.
So, we'll play.
36, 37...
There are 277 flowers on that wallpaper. I should know, I've counted them often enough myself.
I know, but it's still something to do. 38, 39...
I thought you students were supposed to be good conversationalists.
Yeah, but conversation's a two-way thing. We both have to converse about something, and I'm afraid I can't converse about your sex life.
I do see your point. What do you know about the cock Robin?
Nothing.
It's a problem, isn't it?
That'll be Josie.
I know. Alf Roberts uses a different code.
It's been a long time.
What's that?
Your ransom.
How,
£4.56.5p.
4 quid?
We were lucky.
I don't believe it.
We were lucky to get that much.
Well, isn't the pub coming to a grinding halt like she said it would?
We've hardly missed her.
Eh? Don't be silly.
Well, it doesn't take much to keep a place clean, does it? Not these days, with all the deterrents and things. I must say I'm surprised at Emily Bishop, though. I really am. I always thought she was supposed to be that particular.
Elder, listen. Can I just ask for something?
Be my guest, Mrs. Sharples, as long as you can get her off the subject of flaming mice.
Well, not for a kick-off, but we'll see. So you think that Emily Bishop's to blame for the mice in Dawson's Cafe?
Well, who else? She's the gaffer there, isn't she? She's responsible.
And who's the gaffer in your house?
Well, who do you think? Me.
Yes, well, in that case, you must have been responsible for the plague of mice you had in your house a time back. You know, when they had to have the place fumigated.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, I'd forgotten about that. Mice as big as cats roaming all over the place, knowing the way through to next door.
I weren't even at home. That was Stan's fault, leaving crumbs about.
So maybe Emily Bishop was out when that little mouse got under the door from somewhere in the middle of the night. We all have mice at some time or another. She's had them, I have them.
Excuse me, Mrs. Sharples, but I haven't actually. In fact, we once had a cat that had a nervous breakdown because it couldn't find the scent of any.
By heck, Annie Walk, you live in a different world than the lot of us, don't you, Tea? You talk. Give me a milk stout.
I still say them mice weren't my fault.
Belt up, Hilda, put another record on.
Aye, and get him in again, will you, love? And give one to Mrs. Sharples, will you?
You've turned out better than I thought you would, Len Fairclough.
You'll say anything for a drink, won't you, darling?
And I'll do anything.
Hey, not for me, love.
Won't be a sec, love.
tell, won't it?
Hello. Hi, it's Mrs. Walker not in? She's in the living room, love.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh, don't go running off. She wants to see you. Something about a knitting pattern, is it? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, come on through. You know what she's like. She won't let it drop if I let you go. Right. Who's going to buy me a drink and make hot, passionate love to me? Ask a silly question. Well, are you going to buy yourselves one? Because if you're not, I'm going to treat myself to a pie and a pile of onions.
I better get something done, I think.
Alf?
No, I'm all right, love.
Alf, you've not got an embarrassing and painful ailment of any sort, have you? Because you don't look very happy to me, love.
Women, there is trouble.
Oh, he doesn't look the sort, does he?
I still think Reenie was right there, though, you know.
I've made a start already, actually. Will I see it?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done any for years, actually, but somehow I don't appear to have lost the nag.
Well, you never do, do you? Oh, it is good of you to make it.
Well, I spotted the pattern in the cabin quite by chance, and I thought, who would look absolutely delightful in that? And, of course, the answer was Tracy. What on earth?
Hey, cheer up, Rita, love. It might never happen.
Oh, it already has. Put us another vodka and tonic in there, Fred, please.
Hey, I thought you were on your holidays this week, any road?
Oh, my husband thinks different. He's picked himself up with a job he reckons he can't turn down.
All right. Holidays at home, is it?
Like hell it is. That caravan in Morecambe is booked and paid for. Len can please himself what he's doing, but I'm having my holiday.
Well, have that on me. Happen it'll cheer you up a bit.
Well, thanks very much, Fred. You're a gentleman.
I always have been. Hey, you're not really going in that caravan on your own, are you?
You don't think I will, do you? Neither does Len. He's dead complacent. He just thinks the little woman's having a turn about it. I could tell when we were arguing this morning. But whether he likes it or not, I'm going.
I believe you, love. And I hope the weather keeps fine for you. How are we going to get up there, any road?
Well, I suppose it'll be train and then a taxi at the other end.
Well, look, I could run you up, Rita. Mrs. Walker's away and I've got use of the Rover.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, it's no sweat, no trouble. It'll be like a bit of an outing.
Well, right, you're on. Thank you very much.
Pop round for you about 1:30, that's all, yeah?
Just the job.
Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come round to your house about 1:30. Meanwhile, I'll get the car nice and smartened up for you.
Thank you.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
See, look, he's so pleased with himself, though. Hey, look who's it. What are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be on your holidays.
This is it. I just stand on this side of the bar instead of that. It hurts me feet just as much.
I got you dance that more and all. Haven't you anything better to do with a week off work?
I haven't. And not only that, I have nobody to do it with. Holidays at home. Doesn't it make you sicker?
Don't make Len sick.
I thought you and Len were going away.
No, he'd sooner do a bit of plumbing, so I'm going without him.
You're never going in that caravan on your own.
I am, you know. Unless Bet'd like to come with me.
Eh? Are you serious?
Of course I am. What do you say?
Caravan at Morecambe, eh? Well, it might not be quite as good as the Hotel de Poche at Cannes, but it'd certainly be a sight better than stopping round here.
Yeah, you go. See how I do you good, love.
Why not? I reckon we could manage a few laughs. Give the girl a drink. What yapping?
Pour a vodka in there, Betty.
Right.
And one for yourself, Betty. I think this week's going to buck up a bit. I do, really.
Oh, all set.
Raring to go?
I suppose you'll be sitting in the front with me, eh, love?
OK, thanks.
I'll just put your case in the boot.
Thank you.
Smashing day for it, Fred, lad. Bung that in boot, cock.
What are you playing at?
What do you mean, what am I playing at? I'm going on my holidays, aren't I? I see you're sitting next to the driver. There's always one on every Sharrow trip.
I forgot to tell you, Fred. Bet's coming on holiday with me.
Oh.
More the merrier, eh, Fred? Ta.
Might as well be running a flipping shallow trip.
Are you going through with this? A week in a flaming caravan?
You thought I were bluffing, didn't you?
You're going away to leave me alone?
Correction. It's you are letting me go away alone without you. All right, Fred, ready when you are. Don't spare the horses.
Try, Len. Don't worry, love. I see she doesn't do nothing I wouldn't do.
So what me and Stan have never believed in is that, you know, separate holidays. Still, you've always been different, haven't you?
Afternoon.
Hello.
Hope you brought some nice weather with you.
Well, with sunny dispositions like that what we've got, doesn't make much odds what the weather's like. Hey, this is it. Frederick, do come along. Bring those cases and look sharp about it.
Hey, this is all right.
Did you clock the talent? We'll be all right there if we play our cards right. Mind you, I think we'll be all right if we play them all wrong.
Hey, have you ever cooked on one of these things?
One of them gas cylinder efforts, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can handle that. Mind you, if there's a chippy within fair reach. Or better still, if we can find some fellas to take us out. I don't reckon to be doing much slaving over a hot stove.
Fred, how much do I owe you for petrol?
Oh, it's nothing, love. Don't worry
Oh,
about that.
thanks very much, love.
Well, I mean, I'd have only spent it, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Hey, big double bed in there, bunks in here, plenty of beds, so we're all right for parties. Now, you will repeat that at the Rovers, I hope, and make sure they're all properly scandalised, won't you?
Let's brew a cup of tea. Ale. I knew there was some. With no milk.
Be a darling, Fred. Go and get some milk while you're on your feet.
You've got a nerve, you have, Lynch. You've more flipping front than Scarborough, you have.
Go on, you're a big, strong fella. They'll sell milk at that shop near Gates.
I wish I was back at the Rovers. At least you get paid for working there.
I get the feeling that Fred was hoping for a little twosome with you.
Well, he's had no encouragement.
We'll be all right this week, me and you, Rita. Plenty of fresh air and loads of laughs. Hey, have you noticed something about caravans?
What?
Practically everything you touch converts into a flipping bed. What do you fancy doing tonight, kid? We can go into Morecambe if you want.
Well, I'm easy.
Oh, there's the local pub. Could wander down there and wake talent up. Hey-oh, talking about talent, I think we're going to have a visitor. One of them fellas from next door's caravan's heading this way.
Well, what the hell does he want?
Me would be nice, but with my luck he'll want to borrow a cup of sugar. Hello.
Oh, no, I thought you were in. I just called in to see if there was anything you might need.
Oh, that's very nice of you. What have you got in mind?
You know, I mean, water or colour gas, something like that. I know what it's like when you're settling in. You don't know where anything is or how it works.
Oh, isn't that nice, Rita?
Very thoughtful.
This is Rita, by the way. I'm Bet.
Oh, glad to know you. I'm Tony.
Well, I don't think there's any problems that we can't handle. Thank you very much.
Up to now, she means. I dare say there'll be various things that we'll need manly muscle for.
Well, just give us a shout, eh? If we're not out fishing, there's usually one of us around. Alec or me.
Oh, that's your pal, is it, Alec?
Ah, yeah. We're down here for the fishing. Do you go fishing?
No,
Either of you?
no, not our scene, fishing.
I bet we could learn, said she, angling for an invite.
Well, any time you fancy.
Well, I'll tell you what, pop round tomorrow, you and your pal, and we'll have a chat and a drink, and if you're not doing anything.
Right. See you then.
Well, you did not give him some encouragement.
Well, I find you have to. Do you know, when I went on holiday as a youngster and there was some lad I fancied, a pound to a penny it would be the last night before out got going. Did you not find that?
I can't remember.
You do remember about fellas on holiday, though, don't you? I mean, you've not forgotten everything, have you?
It's a long time since I had holiday.
Stick with me, kid. I've got a feeling about this one. You sleep well?
Terrible.
I found that bed very comfortable. It weren't the bed. I'm just not used to caravans. I kept thinking, it's an awful thing.
Well, it keeps rain out.
It weren't rain I was worried about. Is there a bread now?
It's stirring your face.
Oh, sorry. It's things, you know. Things that might be trying to get in.
Like what?
Well, you don't know, do you, middle at night? You just don't know. There's a space under this floor.
Well, it's only for a bucket and a brush.
Anything could get under it middle at night.
Did you hear anything?
I don't know. But I could imagine something. Knowing it's way up.
Oh, God, you are daft, Lynch.
Well, we're in country now, you know. I mean, they have all sorts. They have animals. Hedgehogs. God, they give me the willy to them hedgehogs.
Do you want any of this bacon or not?
All right,
Only looking at that doorstep you've cut yourself, you could hitch a flaming horse to it.
Well, I hardly ever eat till dinner time. It's habit.
Anyway, think of the things they don't have.
Like?
Annie Walker.
Oh, I'm not saying it's all bad.
Stan calling for ale.
Getting better.
Hilda yelling.
Or even worse, singing.
And there's no great pile of newspapers, no Mavis to console, no incredible Hulk facing me waiting to be foddered. Oh, my bliss is complete, I can tell you.
What do they have here, though? I mean, what are we going to do this morning?
Well, looking at this light, I think we're going to spend all morning waiting for a bloody kettle to boil.
I think my arm's come out of its socket.
Well, you better come round this side and try the other one then. Come on.
Oh.
The way it touch them, don't they?
Not to a big, strong fella like you, I shouldn't think.
I'd offer to help, only I'd be a male chauvinist pig then, wouldn't I?
Well, if you see one passing, send him along.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lovely.
All right.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, you swap it for the other one. You should have taken that one back when you got this by rights.
Well, that's what the man said, but we didn't know, so he said he'd trust us for it.
Oh. Well, have you got your spanner?
Spanner?
Right.
We got a spanner?
Any spanner?
Well, no, look. Never mind. Hey, Alex!
Yeah?
Fetch us the gas spanner, will you?
Oh, well, that's a lot better now.
Well, the gas does help.
We sat for about an hour, you know, just waiting for the kettle to boil. It was just a weedy little flame. We just kept looking at it, didn't we?
Yeah. We didn't know it was supposed to be like that or what. I mean, we knew it weren't proper gas, but...
It's your first time on a van, like?
Yeah. Friends let us have it. He didn't tell us gas were going, though.
Well, it'll last ages now you got it.
Well, it ought to. It was nearly £5.
You should get it back off Ralph Lancaster.
Well, I can't very well, can I? Anyway, have a cup of tea?
Oh, Tam.
I've got some half-fried bacon here somewhere.
I've had my van for 10 years now. Oh, I wouldn't be without it. It's wonderful. You come down here, get away from it all. Reckon it's kept me sane.
Mind you, there's not a lot to do, is there?
Ah, yeah, but I mean, you please yourself. That's the beauty of it.
Doing what?
Well, I grant you it's quiet, but I mean, that's it, isn't it? I mean, Alec and me, we come down here for the sea fishing.
Sea fishing? What do you mean, dangling hook off the end at pier?
No, we get in that boat and we're off and away.
You've got your own boat?
Oh, aye. Well, it's Alec's boat, it's my van. It's perfect combination.
Terrific. Has it got a proper engine or do you have to row it?
Why, it's got a right big engine, all right.
Oh, it sounds great.
You got room for a little one?
Well, come in, the more the merrier.
I don't know. I think the numbers are looking just about right now. Well, come on, Moby Dick. Tell us all about that boat. Hey, Rita, what do you wear sea fishing?
Do you know, Chuck, that's one of the few things I've never done. Can I have a look in that mirror?
Me and all. It'll be a laugh, though. Hey, you don't mind coming, do you?
Well, I'm not sitting here on my own.
Don't be like that. They're nice fellas.
I'm not being like that, but you didn't half give them some encouragement.
Yeah, kidding. They were willing, very willing. Might be too willing with a bit of luck. He fancies you, that Alec.
Don't you start them games, lady.
Nice to know, though, isn't it? You may enter.
You ready? We've only got one spare pair of wellies.
Oh.
Well, that answers your question, doesn't it?
Not that you'll need them, except for crossing the mud.
The mud?
Right. There's a lot of mud round Morecambe Bay, love.
Terrific.
Well, you can get up early and I'll show you tomorrow. Come digging bait with me. Have you met a lugworm before then?
I could be going right off this idea.
You wait till you taste your tea tonight. Fresh fish like you have never tasted it in your life. Well, come on, then.
It's a nice day for it, any road.
Hey, this is the life.
You get well looked after here, you know.
You spoil me for the fellas, you know. Coops and everything.
I only cook what I catch myself. Now, you wait until you taste this.
Mustard sauce, terrific.
Oh, I don't know. Mustard on fish?
Oh, sure off. Don't show your ignorance. That's cuisine.
Well, I don't know. I felt queasy myself. All that bobbing up and down. Do all boats do that?
Very calm, wasn't it, Tony?
Calm? I expected to see lifeboat coming out for us.
Ah, you get used to it soon enough.
No, Tar. I've had my love affair with the sea. We'll go our separate ways.
Now, here we are. Now, let's see what you think of that.
Is this the one that nearly bit me?
Aye. Now's your chance to get your own back.
Hey, that's terrific.
Not bad.
Perfect end to a perfect day, right?
Aye, and the night is still young.
Carpenter will have a dance. You reckon yours, eh?
He must have noticed this that I'm wearing.
Well, if he has, he's not mentioned it, has he? Come to that, neither have you. Only don't queer my pitch, will you? She's a solid cross between Barbara Carpenter and the Queen Mother, with a touch of the Anna Needles.
Who's Anna Neagle?
Go on, they must have told you about her at school. Hey, fill my glass up, chicken. It makes a lovely change.
For you, anything.
Just because I'm a barmaid, I suppose you're getting all sorts of ideas.
Now, would I?
I should flip it up, so.
I'd see a doctor about that.
About what?
Your left hand. It's got a will of its own.
That's never my hand, is it?
Hit it with that bottle and find out.
Is that right, then? You're a cabaret star?
Bet. Is that right? Am I a cabaret star?
Is that right? You've heard of Shirley Bassey, haven't you?
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
Rita Fairclough.
No.
They'll go far, these two.
Hey, and they can start as soon as they like.
Give us a song, then.
Oh!
I know. Give us one of Gracie Peel's.
Gracie who? Are they cheeky?
Give them Sally and put them out the window. Oh, hang on. Let me see if it's raining. No, you're all right. Go on.
What's that got to do with it?
What? She lifts the roof off with this one. Right, ready when you are, Gracie, love.
All right, here we go.
Sally,
right on, all right. Oh, you're down. When skies are grey, you're beguiling. When skies are grey, you're beguiling. And when they're blue, you're still smiling. And when they're blue, you're still smiling. I needed that.
Hey, come on, let's have another one. Now, I know, how about the biggest gas producer in the world?
Listen, we don't want the story of your life. Now, come on, it's been a long, hard day, and I'm ready for bed. Let's be having you.
Aye, me and all.
Come on, let's be having you.
What? Well, you're not really going to chuck us out, are you?
I am, you know.
It's a bit wet and cold out there.
Never mind, you're big and strong.
See you tomorrow, will we?
I shouldn't be at all surprised. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, kid.
My mum's watching.
I'll give her a kiss and all.
Go on, do as she says.
Well, if you want anything in the night...
Good night.
See you.
Hey, that were easier than I thought. Mine were a bit soppy, but yours were a right 'un, weren't he? He thought all he had to do was snap his fingers and you'd have done anything for him.
I would, actually.
Shh! Put that light out.
What's up?
There's somebody out there prowling.
Well, open the curtain and see if you can see anything.
They've got a torch. It's all right, they've gone. Put that light on.
Who were it?
Oh, I'll bet I knew it was. I bet with them two thugs off that vegetable cart at dinner time. And I'm not surprised either. You give them every encouragement.
Get away. All I said when I know me onions.
It was the way you said it. And them two aren't like Alec and Tony, you know. Anything they wanted, they'd take. Did I lock that front door?
Yeah. Do you fancy a brandy? Have another look outside.
I can't see anything.
It could have just been a couple of drunks, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's clear enough now. Oh, my God!
Who is it?
How the hell do I know?
My heart's going 16 to flaming dozen.
Well, I think mine stopped. Who is it?
It's us.
What do you want?
Open the door, we'll tell you.
Well, they're a damn sight better than flaming prowlers.
What is it? What do you want?
You're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this, but we've lost the key of our caravan. We can't get in.
Well, what do you want us to do about it?
The what? Well, he's chucking it down out there.
Hey, did you see anybody prowling about with a torch?
What? Oh, aye. Ah, we did. Yeah, there was someone there. They're still there.
No, you two just stop there. Come here.
I never saw anybody. It was us. It was my torch.
Put it away, you Burke. Look, you're a nice lad, Alec, but you're a bit slow on the uptake.
Huh? Which would you rather have? Them at t'other two?
Well, we've no choice, have we? At least we can handle them.
Right, that's it then.
Right. I just hope we're not making a terrible mistake. Come on. Right. There's a couple of bunk beds you can have at night now. Just make sure you hang them wet clothes up properly.
We couldn't ask for more.
Well, put it another way, Chuck. You don't.
Miss me tonight.
Put glass on.
Are you sorry? With a ripping heart. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Are you lost tonight, my dear?
Watch, what?
You get him first. Go on. No, you get near window.
I'm not going near window.
No, come on.
No, you go in there.
There's hedgehogs could get through that gap.
Never mind, Hedgehog. I'm older than you tonight. Get in.
Hutch up. I'm hutching up.
Oh. Night.
Did I tell you about my sleepwalking?
Just you try it, Lynch.
Good job we got plenty of baiting in.
Good night.
Night, Rita.
Switch light out.
Oh, well.
What are they up to?
I don't know, but they're definitely up.
Yes?
Good morning too, ladies.
Oh, come on in.
Good morning, ladies.
What's all this?
Now, come on, Rita. You can't shout at them for this. It's a damn sight better than we get at home.
I'll put it down.
All right here, is it?
Yes, thank you.
Sleep well, did you?
Not bad, seeing as I had one eye open.
And how about you, darling?
I couldn't stop dreaming.
Oh, me and all.
How many sugars do you have, Lynch?
Just the one spoonful.
We yet decided not to assume anything. So we brought the sugar and the milk in.
Very wise.
I have decided that we are going to get to know each other slowly, but very well.
Oh.
That goes to me, too.
Well, let's say you might have the inclination, love, but I doubt if you'll have the time.
I know what you were going to say. You were going to say, now, why don't you two nice lads go you get yourselves a cup of tea and come back in here and we'll have a nice cosy chat.
Exactly.
Right. Well, come on, Keegan, get the kettle on.
You daft devil.
Well, what's the harm in that? We're not up to now. You've put paid to that.
Up to nout? Up to nout? Both of us in night dresses, two strange fellas in bedroom, and we're up to nout. You try telling that to Ina Sharples, or somebody else I could mention.
What the eye doesn't see, the heart doesn't grieve over. Do you know what Len gets up to when he's away from home?
No.
No. And he won't know either, because I won't be telling him. Now pass me that lacquer.
That's a great smell.
So it should be. It's £3 a bottle.
Oh, and the bacon.
Even the best of them are idiots.
What's it like outside?
Ah, lovely. It's a bit on strong side, though.
Is that a table set?
Certainly. It's like a little palace, it is.
Let's go! What's up? Have you never seen a bottle of milk before?
That's the greatest smell in the world. Hey, have you left a bottle at number 17, Jack?
Who the hell are these two?
Who the hell are you?
Well, I'm not the flaming milkman for a start, but I could be her husband.
Now, Luke, Len.
This had better be very good.
Oh, it is, Len. It is. It's very, very good, honestly. Isn't it?
Yes. There's a perfectly simple explanation.
Well, let's be hearing it. But don't run away with the idea that I'm a perfectly simple fella. Lost your key.
I lost our key, I keep telling you.
I know, I keep asking you.
Well, you'll get the same answer, no matter how many times you ask.
Oh, leave it, Len.
Leave it? I come down to the caravan and find my missus and her mate in their 90s with a couple of Romeos here who've just got up. And I'm not supposed to ask a couple of questions.
It's just the way they say.
Look, it must have happened to you before, mate.
No, never.
Well, it happened to us, didn't it, Alec?
Yeah, it happened to us. We just had a couple of drinks, that's all.
We met up with them yesterday afternoon. We asked them to come for a drink. They came, we chatted, and at 10:30 I asked them to leave, and they did.
Just like that?
She did, Len. I remember it well. I've got to be very honest. If it had been up to me, they could have stayed. But, well, Rita were adamant, weren't you, love? Adamant.
Oh, let him believe what he wants.
The hell are you talking about? They could have stayed. They're here.
Oh, yes, but you see, they came back after they'd lost the key. Well, we wouldn't have let them in then, you see, but there were these prowlers around.
Oh, prowlers, yeah.
Oh, all right. So you want to know what happened? Right, I'll tell you. This here is my lover. We have been having a raging affair for the last 15 years. Only I don't see a lot of him because he lives in Australia, don't you, Chuck? And when I knew we were coming up here, I phoned Australia because it tells you it's cheap to on the television. Isn't that right, Chuck? And him and his mates, they jumped in the canoe and they paddled all the way up here. And we were all set to have a raging orgy, weren't we, Chuck? Only we hadn't got started when you rode up. Now go and feed your flaming horse.
It's not true, you know. You two had better get lost. The pair of you.
Look, it could have happened to you, mate. I mean, you'll laugh about it. Well, I'll see you.
Enjoy your lunch, sir.
Yes, Tom?
Well, I'll go and make beds.
I've decided. I'm staying on for a couple of days.
Thought you were too busy.
I was, but things are different now, aren't they?
No.
I'm still stopping. She's going.
Well, I'm not asking her to go.
I'm not asking her either. I'm telling her.
Well, do it nicely, Len.
Would I do it any other way?
Me headache. Forget it. And another thing, I won't have you telling our Brian.
Why not? He's my son. He's got a right to know.
Well, maybe she's told him. Have you thought of that, clever clogs? Maybe he knows already.
Well, in that case, Mert, there'll be no harm done, will there?
Come on, campers, rise and shine. Cup of tea for you, Flower.
Just a minute.
Come on.
Oh, thanks, love.
All right, you.
Yeah.
Back to your own village, your own caravan, or wherever it is we trap you.
Hey, that's not funny, not at this time of morning.
What's all the row?
A row, Leonard? Those are the noises of the countryside you can hear. Mother Nature's own little soundtrack. Birds twittering, cows belching, caravanners calling to their mates, kids getting a crack to be going on with.
You're perky for this time at morning,
Too
aren't
flaming perky. What time is it?
It's getting on for 8:30 now as well. Come on, hutch up a bit, sup this tea while it's hot. I bet you don't get this in bed of a morning, do you?
Never you mind what he gets at home.
Well, I'll tell you what you're going to get this morning for your breakfast. Egg and bacon. It's in the frying pan now. How does that grab you?
Make sure my bacon's well done.
Charm itself. Tell you what, though. I'll give you a couple of eggs to keep your strength up.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, not bad. I could do with another hour, though. What the hell did she wake us up at this time for? What do you think it is? Holiday camp?
Oh, you were mourning yesterday. Said you were gooseberrying.
Well, she is.
Coming between you and your second honeymoon.
Yeah. This caravan's too small for 3 of us, you know.
Well, you can't chuck her out. I invited her to come.
I'm not going to chuck her out. I'll just make damn sure she gets the message.
Well, you mustn't hurt her feelings.
I shall be very subtle.
Come on, Fairclough. Drag your backside out of that bed. I'm pouring your grub in trough.
Going to be subtle? Well, this I've got to see.
It's a nice bit of boiled ham, this.
It is, isn't it? Just right with salad. Mind you, look at Len's face. He hates salad.
I don't hate it. It's all right. For rabbits.
He doesn't think he's had a proper dinner unless it's hot. And there's taters with it. And if he can't have taters, he likes a lot of bread round it.
It's all right when you're on holiday, this kind of grub. When you're working, you want something with a bit of weft round it.
You're stopping for a full week, then? I mean, you're going to have a proper holiday now you're here, aren't you?
Oh, I'm going to stop for the full week, Rita and me.
That vital job wasn't as vital as you thought, then?
Well, I just did enough to keep 'em going. I had to do that. I wasn't arguing, you know, about coming away on holiday. I mean, we needed to get away, her and me, Rita and me.
I know, I'm the same. It's great, though, isn't it? Here we all are. Nothing to do except please ourselves.
Do you know that we haven't had a holiday since we were on our honeymoon, Rita and me?
I've been telling you that for months.
Yeah? We haven't been away together all that time.
Well, you weren't shaping yourself then, Leonard. You want to get him to put his hand in his wallet a bit more, Rita.
It's not easy, love.
No. He's a love, though, isn't he? Open some cans of ale, Len. I mean, are we on our holidays, or aren't we?
Did you find the phone?
Yeah, it's only down the road. I managed to get onto Eddie Yates. He was supping in the Rovers, as usual.
How is everybody?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Oh, I'd have wanted to know all latest if that had been me. How Annie Walker's coping without me. Who's been barred and why. A blow-by-blow account of everything that's happened.
She's really missing the Rovers. I can see that. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it, Rita?
What's obvious, Lem?
I mean, she can't bear to be away from the pub.
Well, I don't know. Let's ask her. Bet, do you miss the Rovers?
Well, there are times. Not often. It's a bit like having your leg amputated. They reckon you can still feel your toes itching now and again.
It's homesickness, love. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll run you over to Morecambe. You can have an hour on the front, and buy a few little souvenirs and all that kind of thing. And then I'll run you over to the station.
Do you mean police station?
I think there's a train round about 2:30. Hey, just think you can walk into the Rovers just about opening time. Give them all a big surprise.
Yeah, I could, couldn't I? Yeah. No, it's nice of you, Len, but I think I'll stay.
But I was...
No, honestly. I know you think I'm not enjoying myself, but I am, really.
Of course you are, love. I know that.
Yeah, so give over worrying about me not having a good time, because I am. Hey, up a minute. Since you came, have you washed any pots?
No, I haven't.
No, I thought not. Well, it's definitely your turn now. Oh, it started to rain. Wouldn't you know it, eh?
Well, of course it started to rain. Now we're dolled up, ready to go out. Of course it started to rain.
Oh, we could always get pictures. I noticed in local paper they've got Love Story on again.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, it's terrific. When she dies, you'll sob your heart out.
Oh.
I'm not sitting through any soppy picture.
Hey, there's us to think about, you know. Have you any suggestions?
Well, it's very difficult, isn't it, with 3 of you?
We could always go for a drive.
Why, in our rotten old van? You must be joking.
Hey, I think you've got visitors. Your boyfriends.
They weren't our boyfriends.
I wish one of them were, mind you. Come on in, lads, before you get soaked.
Oh, all right weather for ducks, isn't it?
Thought you girls might be fed up on your own. Oh, hello there.
I do.
We wondered if there was anything you wanted while we're in town. We're going fishing, see. But if there's anything you want while we're in town, well...
It's no trouble.
No, thank you all the same. Len's here now. We've got the van. Thank you.
Decided to stop on then, did you?
I thought I'd better you. Hey, you haven't got a spare rod, have you?
I reckon we could dig one up for you. You do a bit, do you?
Well, it's a long time since, you know.
Oh, you never lose it. You're welcome to come if you fancy it.
Right.
Hey, Arnold. Here's the van keys. You go to the pictures and have a good cry. I'll see you later.
Yesterday, they were supposed to be our boyfriends. Now they're Len's boyfriends.
Tell me something. Why do we have to go up pictures and pay money to have a good cry when we can stay here and have one for nothing?
I still don't see what we have to get up at crack of flaming dawn for. You're supposed to come back from your holidays feeling great, not flaming exhausted.
You could have come back by flaming train.
Well, I don't mind getting up and coming back early because it gives you a chance to get your washing done. And I want to find out what that Mavis has been up to while I've been away.
Sold cabin and absconded to the Amazon proceeds, if she's any sense.
I should be so lucky.
Oh, well.
Hey! God blimey, Fairclough, how do you do it at your age, eh? 2 birds at once on a dirty weekend. I couldn't manage it, I tell you.
You couldn't even manage one, lover.
I was going to offer to carry a case, but I think I'll leave it to Superman.
All right, cut the jokes, mate. They won't kill you to carry this for it.
Oh, well, anything to oblige. I'd hate to be the one to cast a cloud on a perfect holiday. At least, I take it was a perfect holiday.